What up, Kang? Gang! Welcome back to another episode of Wednesday Night Smack Talk. And on last week's episode, we had some promos from Sebi and Darcy talking about what happened at Survivor Series when Darcy and Brandon turned on Sebi, on Team Sebi. They turned their backs on him. And Sebi had to go one-on-three, with the Golden Gods. You know, it's never gonna, 3-on-3, you were never gonna win. 1-on-3, you didn't have a chance. But we let you compete in the match instead of just forfeiting it because you didn't even have enough competitors. We let you compete, Sebi. All's fair. We let you attempt to win. You didn't. You didn't win. We beat you. It just happened. Sebi was mad about it. But, I think Sebi's past it now. Sebi shouldn't be mad at the Golden Gods. He should be mad at Darcy and Brandon, which I think last week's promo, showed that he is, and he's ready to face Brandon. He's ready to face Hunter. And he's ready to face Zach in a fatal four-way number one contender match to determine, the number one contender at TLC. In a week's time, the predictions will happen. Fatal four-way. Sebi's focused on it. I bet Brandon's focused on it now. They're no longer focused on their tag team title opportunity that they wasted against us. They wouldn't have succeeded anyways, but they wound up wasting it anyways, just like I thought they would. So, they're not focused on that anymore. They're focused on winning the number one contendership. They're focused on making sure that the other doesn't win it. But you know what? There's more people in the match. Brandon and Sebi aren't the only two in the match. So, we have a promo here from Zach explaining that he's going to win the match. Here you go.
Welcome back to another one of Zach's half-assed promos because I can't talk for more than 30 seconds without coughing my lungs out. But basically, it's come to my attention that all the eyes are on Brandon and Sebi. Brandon and Sebi. No one cared about these two before they were even in a tag team. So I don't understand why they're getting so much attention. Yet, lest I remind you that Hunter and myself are both in this fatal four-way match at TLC. You can't forget about that. And it's bullshit that so many eyes are on this whole Brandon and Sebi thing. Brandon and Sebi. They ain't gonna do shit. Now look, I don't have the best win record in this prediction league, but I got the coach. I've learned a lot of things since I spoke to the coach, since the coach phone called me, since he gave me an email. You know, coach really changed my life. I'm pretty happy about that. But that doesn't matter. I've discovered something recently that, I'm quite the competent gambler. See, at, the last show at Survivor Series, both myself and Kang both won $45 off a cheap little $10 bet. Now, if that's anything to go off, I don't have a single worry at TLC. Because I'm coming for that Predictions Championship.
We also have another in the match. You've heard from Sebi. You've heard from Zach. What about Hunter? Well, I messaged Hunter. I asked him, hey, Hunter, could you, explain to the people that what's going to happen at TLC, maybe, just talk, do what you do, Hunter. You a former predictions champion. He told me he couldn't cut a promo for me at the moment. He couldn't send me any audio. He said that he had laryngitis. That's very bad. He also told me that he had to go to the military ball, and I'm sure hoping that's a dance and not something else. I really am. But he told me he didn't have time for it, but he did tell me to relay a message for him for TLC. He will be here next week for the TLC predictions, and he told me that, kind of what I said earlier, everybody's focused on Brandon and Sebi right now after that whole debacle at Survivor Series. Nobody's focused on him. He wants to remind us all he's a predictions champion. He's a former predictions champion. As Darcy is a predictions champion now. He wants us to remind us that he is a former tag team champion. He's won every title. He's a former Grand Slam champion. he's done just about everything you can do here in the KKPL, and he'll do it again come TLC. He'll win the number one contendership match. Then he'll go on and he'll face whoever wins out of the title match that we have brewing that I'll announce the competitors for. You already know one of them. It's Darcy. And he's going to be reigning champion forever, for as long as possible. He told me that everybody's focused on the wrong people here, and that he's going to win. He's going to win easily. And he's not even afraid to be in this match. He's not scared of Sebi. He's teamed with Sebi. He knows Sebi's mannerisms. He's not scared of Brandon. He's faced Brandon countless times. He's not scared of Zach. Zach is like one of the worst competitors of all time. He also has faced Zach before. He lost, but now he knows how to face him. So, we'll see who wins. Also, you've heard from Sebi last week. You heard from Zach this week. You heard me relay a message to you from Hunter. You haven't heard from Brandon. Brandon, the guy who turned on his tag team partner Sebi at Survivor Series. You haven't heard from him. All you heard was his diss track. He stayed quiet last week. You know, he let it fester and brew in Sebi's mind what he was going to say after he did that heinous and hateful diss track on him. You know, Darcy retaliated immediately, but Brandon, he waited. He waited. He wanted to have his moment alone. He wanted to say what he has to say tonight. He sent me something. He sent me what he had to say. And here it is. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Well, you've heard from everybody in the Fatal 4-Way match. The number one contender Fatal 4-Way match. Come on, everybody, get hyped for that. At TLC Predictions next week on Wednesday Night Smack Talk, we will have that Fatal 4-Way number one contendership match to determine, I wonder what we're going to determine, the number one contender for the KKPL title. Who's gonna face the champion at the next pay-per-view? But who will that champion be is the real question. Because see, we have Darcy versus an opponent that I haven't announced yet. I've told you their gender. That's about it. Darcy wants to know really bad too. He sent me this, kind of predicting who his opponent might be for TLC predictions. Here that is. Here's that. I speak like a caveman every week now. Here's that.
Yeah, this fucking kangaroo fuck apparently says he's found an opponent for me. I thought I was gonna have to wait for the Fatal fucking 4-Way, but at least I've got an opponent. Instead, I'm glad actually, because anyone is fucking better than the 4 faggots in that fucking game match. They'll probably have a fucking another 4-way tie, the fucking retards. I'll just keep having to have matches after matches that keep time with each other like a bunch of fucking clowns. Bunch of jokers. So apparently it's a female, which nails down who. There's only a few options. My leading theory is it may be Mrs. PPP Pizzle. Someone that I may have said some things about once in an episode that I take back. So maybe she's finally coming for revenge. Other than that, I don't know who it could be. But maybe it'll be Mikey in a dress. Fuck the Golden Gods. Fuck Sebi. I'm playing Crash Team Racer right now and I'm winning. Get fucked, Mikey. You suck at Crash, faggot. Over and out. That's because it's not recording. I have nothing else to say. Leave me alone. Stop. Just talk now. It's over. Cut all that out. I really do be winning though.
So, He thinks it might be Mrs. PPP Pizzle herself, Morgan. But no, it's not. And you should be scared that it's not her. You know, she doesn't know anything about wrestling. She doesn't even want to be in this, you know? She doesn't know. She just hates you because of what you said about her. Meanwhile, there is a female that is a former predictions champion that is ready to defeat you again. That's right. Your opponent, Darcy, for TLC is Kim. She's beaten you before. You beat her. This is the rubber match. This is the third match in a series of 1, 2, 3 now here at TLC. Looking to reclaim the title that she lost and never got a rematch for. We had Survivor Series. She didn't get a rematch. She's ready to reclaim her title here at TLC next week. This is what she had to say about you.
Oi. What? Darcy, guess what smells bad and rhymes with Jew?
So as you can see, she has a disdain for you. She does not like you, and I think your diss track has shown that I don't really think that you're into her too much anymore. You don't really like her. You didn't like her for taking the title from you, and she doesn't like you for taking her title from her. So, I think she's focused on regaining that championship at TLC. And you know, she's beaten you before, so I don't see why she can't do it again. You ain't really got much to say on that. She beat you. You losing to girls out here, and you think you can do good against the Golden Guys? Do you think you're going to shit on the Golden Guys this whole time? And you're out here losing to girls? You're going to lose to her at TLC. And then, what are you going to do then, huh? You're going to try and fucking regain your title, and you're going to lose again because you suck, Darcy. You're a nothing champion. And nobody likes you. And you smell. That's what Kim said right there. You smell. So, be prepared come TLC for when you lose that title. You chump. That's it for this week's episode of Wednesday Night Smack Talk. Thank you for watching. And tune in next week for TLC predictions. That's it. Bye.
THANKYOU, thank you, thank you. THANKYOU.
Stay away from me alone. It won't give up. Oh, shit, it won't give up. Oh, shit. Keep running. I'm tired. Hopefully, as it gets I gotta control.